Hey guys, Craven here again. I guess you saw the last video and saw that I wasn't great on my predictions again, although I did say that Manchester United would win, Arsenal would win. I was wrong with the scoreline. Manchester United winning 2-1. I thought they'd win 4-2. Arsenal I thought would win 3-1. I thought the Wolves would at least get a goal. They didn't, but Arsenal won 2-1. Robin van Persie is just amazing. Wigan and Liverpool was a draw. I could not believe that Liverpool dropped some points against Wigan. I thought Sunderland would be able to get a point against Tottenham. Wasn't right over there. 2-1 for Tottenham. Tottenham greatly poised for their clash with AC Milan in the Champions League. A lot of great action of football over the weekend. We saw the Manchester Derby. There was also the Derby d'Italia. And tonight is going to be the London Derby, you could say, between Fulham and Chelsea. A couple of points. The first thing I got to say about Juventus is they went into the match against Inter Milan not having only won 2 out of the last 6 league games at home. And they came out with a win over there. A nice 1-0 win for Juventus. Even though Inter Milan had like 66% of the possession, you got to give it up to the old lady of Turin. They were able to hold on. Samuel Eto'o missing an 89th minute easy chance to hit the underside of the bar. Gianluigi Buffon must be really praising the Lord, you could say, that Eto'o missed that chance. Inter Milan, tough times for them, you could say. They were doing so well under Leonardo, but unfortunately for them, they weren't able to get 3 points against Inter Milan, and AC Milan having won that game against Parma 4-0, which saw Antonio Cassano get his first goal for AC Milan, and Clarence Seedorf also scoring his first goal for AC Milan this season. And it also saw Robinho, the Brazilian, scoring 2 goals in that game. AC Milan opened up a 4-point gap against Napoli at the top of the Serie A, and I believe it's an 8-point gap between them and Inter Milan. So Inter Milan going to have to work really hard towards the end of the season if they want to win their 5th consecutive Scudetto. I think Leonardo can do it. He's just got to be a little more, you got to say, AC Milan with Mark Van Bovel's got a little better the midfield right now, even though Andre Pirlo is out for 6 weeks. But I think Serie A is going to be awesome towards the end of the season. Serie A is going to be one of those closely contested. Napoli showing what they can do with Edson Cavani. He's got 20 goals so far in Serie A. What's going to be awesome is Tottenham versus AC Milan coming up on Tuesday night, I believe. That is going to be some amazing Champions League action. Can't wait to see what happens. Tottenham doing pretty well in the 4th spot of the English Premier League. Chelsea today are going to try to usurp them, you can say, or get over the 5th spot and come into the 4th spot. Manchester City having lost that game. What can you say about United? What can you say about that game, the Derby game? Amazing game it was. What a goal from Luis Nani. Unfortunately, Wayne Rooney's goal was so amazing that everyone's forgetting the first touch of Luis Nani to get that pass, get that assist from Ryan Giggs. It was a little high, touched it down, another pass right into the net. I believe out of the last 9 derbies, the first team that has scored the first goal has gone on to win the derby. So Manchester United had a good omen scoring first in that game. It was lucky for Edin Zenko to get that deflected goal off David Silva's butt. And I think it was Edwin van der Sar, first goal he conceded after 7 hours and 50 minutes of play against Manchester City in Derby. So unfortunately for Edwin van der Sar, whose last Manchester Derby was, he could not keep a clean sheet. What do you talk about Luis Nani? Luis Nani in the last 20 Premier League games has either assisted or scored in 19. Has either assisted or scored 19 goals for Manchester United in the last 20 Premier League games. So how important is Luis Nani for Manchester United? And if you're talking about Manchester United, you got to say every time Rooney scores in the last 41 Premier Leagues he's scored at Old Trafford, Manchester United have won. So congratulations to Manchester United for winning that game. Look at Real Madrid. Even though Iker Casillas was sent off in the first 90 seconds, they had one of their best performances of the season in terms of defense and kept Espanyol at bay. Marcelo getting that goal for them. So good on Real Madrid to close the gap between Barcelona and Real Madrid to just 5 points. Barcelona dropping points at Sporting Gijon. They had 82% possession, did Barcelona, but could not get the 3 points. It was David Villa, who I think for the last 8 seasons in the Liga has scored 15 or more goals. So that's some consistent, and what a glorious chip it was in the 77th minute for David Villa. Not a lot to talk about between Chelsea and Fulham. You can just say a couple things. The fact that Chelsea have lost only once against Fulham in the last 28 league and cup ties, spanning 31 years. The last time they lost to Fulham was 1-0 at Craven Cottage in 2006. Fulham have remained unbeaten in 2011, and they look like they're in good supreme form, especially at Craven Cottage. But I still think Fulham don't have what it takes to beat Chelsea. I think Chelsea are smarting from their loss with Liverpool last time out at Stamford Bridge. I think Chelsea's going to win 2-1. That is my prediction. What are your predictions? Let us know. Let me know via the comments if you can, and hopefully you enjoy the videos that we have. I hope you enjoy the Super Football show, which is not going to come on for another month or so, unfortunately, but I'll still keep contact with you guys via YouTube. Till then, let's have some fun watching the football this week. Manchester City is also playing the Europa League, and tomorrow is Champions League starts again, the knockout stages. Can't wait for that. Hopefully have another video for tomorrow with some predictions between Arsenal and Barcelona for Wednesday, and Tottenham versus AC Milan on Tuesday. Till then, bye.